Hey girl, how you doing?
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. Yourself?
I'm great. I'm so excited. I'm excited about tonight, y'all. Man, everybody probably didn't get the memo. Y'all wearing blue. Y'all wearing blue where y'all at for Child Abuse and Neglect Prevention Awareness Month. So it's a hot topic. It's important. So I am Jamila Hanif.
And I am Fatima Hanif.
We're the
And
Hanif
this is
sisters.
Bounceback Wednesday.
Bounceback Wednesdays. Um, the platform for Bounceback Wednesdays is to raise awareness about ACEs, adverse childhood experiences. For those of you who don't know if this is your first time viewing, um, ACEs, there was a study from the with CDC and Kaiser. They conducted a study between 95 and 97 and what on 17,800 of their HMO members. And what they discovered was that a lot of their health issues, such as chronic illnesses, were traced back to their adverse childhood experiences. So it was these 10 indicators in three categories and subcategories. You want to share what they are, Fatima? Let them know. You gonna let them know?
Yes. So now I'm not okay. So child abuse. So it's abuse, child abuse, physical abuse. I'm sorry. That was my alarm to pray for Ramadan.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Child abuse. So, child abuse, emotional abuse. So it's emotional abuse, physical abuse, and sexual abuse. Neglect is emotional
Mental
neglect,
health.
physical neglect. Dysfunctional household is having somebody in the household that's mentally ill, suicidal, or depressed. Incarceration of a family member, witnessing domestic violence, having someone in the household that is a substance abuse user, and a loss of a parent due to death, divorce, or abandonment. And tonight we are talking about child abuse and neglect. So, yeah, what did you find, Fatima? What can you tell us about it?
It's definitely an ongoing thing. And it's very common in all households. Um, Actually, last year, 1 in 7 children were abused,
Mm.
and that's from last year, and that's just what was reported. So there
Mm-hmm.
are a lot of cases that aren't reported, which is
Yeah.
very sad.
Why do you think people don't report it?
I feel, especially in a Black community, it's always something about sweeping stuff under the rug and not letting, the thing, especially, you don't tell people what's going on in your household. So it's
Mm-hmm.
always that secret thing that's going on. And it's sad. It's very sad. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of unsafe environments for children.
Mm-hmm.
And it's parents. It's
Yes,
parents.
as parents, I want to shout out the viewers again. I didn't. I don't think I got to y'all. I feel like I have been totally under attack today. I just want to share that. That's the only thing. Like it's a lot going on, and it's like the enemy sees stuff. He see what's coming, what's ahead, and seeing all kind of distractions and arrows and everything, but nothing formed against me shall prosper. Nothing. So no weapon formed against me. So shout out to everybody who's tuning in tonight. Please be sure to like it, to share it. This is a serious conversation. Child abuse and neglect. A lot of us have experienced it in our household. And the last thing Fatima just said is that give a disclaimer because we got Mama watching. We love you, Mama. We love you, girl.
Yes, the disclaimer is okay because I know that I'll be sharing my experience. Another thing, no attack towards my parents at all. My parents had us at a very young age, in their early 20s. So this is not attack towards them or anything of that sort. So I don't want them to feel that way at all. But it's just, us sharing our experience as well. But, this is why it's so important we don't talk. I don't feel like we talk about it enough. Period. Just dealing with relationships about how you act towards kids, before you have children. Taking a parenting class is important. Learning child development, understanding that more. So then maybe you'll be able to regulate yourself as a parent more on how you handle your children.
So, through the research and studies that I do as far as self educating myself, because I got to know what I'm talking about. And a lot of parents, it's stress. It's stress, right? So we all experience stress, and when we experience stress, what are some predictable behaviors when you're stressing?
Oh my gosh, yelling, just just reacting without thinking. You don't take that time out to think at all. You just react.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be very aggressively,
Mm-hmm.
very aggressive.
Mm-hmm. And that's a predictable behavior, right? So if you see anyone acting out in that kind of way, are they, though the behavior is inappropriate, is it like understandable? Like that's how a body would respond biologically, like anger and everything. So go ahead.
No, but respond because of our own experiences,
Yeah.
because of our own
Mm-hmm.
experience, and that's the response of it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's changeable. It's definitely preventable and everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Somebody said Facebook users. Anybody who anyone who is on Facebook, some of you guys have given StreamYard permission to use your name or whatever, but we would love to see who on here. So someone shared that most of the 10 original ACEs are associated with unsupportive and harmful parenting. If we really want to prevent ACEs, parenting education has to be a part of the solution. Not conventional parenting education, but an entirely a new kind of parenting education that reaches everyone everywhere. I agree. I agree. Let me tell you this. Yes, these ACEs can occur within your household, right? So, see, abuse, sexual abuse. So it's physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, physical neglect, emotional neglect, incarceration of a family member, witnessing domestic violence, all this stuff, right? How many of y'all can really say that you have experienced this stuff outside of your household? We have kids who
Right.
experience this stuff in schools. We have kids who also experience this stuff within their community. So that village piece, it does takes an entire village, but everything does start at home first. So it is, so parenting, just building relationships, right, with our children, right? What do you got to say about that, Fatima? About the building
Now,
relationships?
remember, and then like it used to be wise that the neighbor, or if they see your child out of line, they'll whoop you, like they'll whoop the child and everything of that sort. So it was definitely community back then.
It
And now that
was.
we changed, it's interesting becoming more aware of your actions and that sort as being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I have a lot, there's a lot of kids, especially nowadays, that's very rambunctious and acting violently. But
Mm-hmm.
and we always think, it's because they're not getting spanked, or, not getting whooped in the household. They're not getting disciplined. And that's why they out here doing whatever that they're doing. But
Mm-hmm.
those kids need some love. I think that, and it's kids that do get spankings that's still out here just running wild. I remember when the boys was going to school, oh my gosh, and some of the active kids there, very
Mm-hmm.
active, but then the parents turn a side eye like they don't see their children and the way that they behave.
Listen, I'm calling stuff out. I ain't got time. Um, exactly. Balance. It is important. So we're gonna go into that. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Hmm. Could it be that some parents just really don't know what to do? Like some just really don't know what to do. Like you said, we parent Sometimes we parent the way that we have been parent, and we have done that, right? Until
Right.
we gain a better understanding of parenting. How have I been to you? Have I been a good teacher? You shake your head.
Oh, to me? Is that you asking me? You're funny. Yes, Jamila, I will give you your props. You have been a great teacher, Jamila. If it wasn't because of you, I wouldn't be a trauma support specialist. So I appreciate you on that. So yes, you have, and you being my little sister. Like, I don't know everything. Every day should be a learning experience for everyone. And like I had made a post earlier on my social media about we are able to recreate ourselves multiple times, and that's through gaining more knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
holding yourself accountable. You're not always right. The way that it's thousands of ways to do something. Your way is not always the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to get, criticism from others in order so you can be able to see yourself and your actions so you can regulate yourself and change and especially change if you have children because these kids are watching.
So I'm thinking about just like you said. So when because look, because we know it's different parenting styles. Listen, y'all, we're gonna talk about that later because we're gonna talk about the parenting styles and everything later. So everybody have different parenting styles. Some of us parent the way that we were parented. When you learn about parenting styles, you can reflect back on like, dang, what's my parenting style? But dang, what was my parents' parenting styles? And then even to go deeper to ask your parents, well, how was your parenting style? Our parents, like Mama just put on here, what she just put on here. My mama put, how many handbooks you think they have passed out over the years? I'm sure there hasn't been many, and so this is why. Listen, y'all. This is why Watch Me Grow Inc. does what needs to be done, and y'all will hear more about that later. But let me see. Lando said, trying to maintain a household of kids is a little harder these days. Listen. Most of these households are single family homes. Ask me how I know. Okay? Right. Ask us how we know. But to have that support, and I could cry right now. My big sister is so much support. Brandon, my son, 9 years old, being the only child. Whew, Lord, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my one child, but I know that he has siblings who homes he could go over when I need a break, especially being a child care provider. Like I'm just okay. So thank you, Fatima. I
When
love
do
you
I
so
get my
much.
break? When do I
Yeah.
when do I get my break?
When you on a break? Next week. Not
It's
this week.
funny
Not this week.
because I have all the kids at my house, period, which I do enjoy. Like I always have other people kids at my house all the time. And I enjoy, and then I be having parentings call, well, can you get my kid too? And different things of that sort too. Not realizing, okay, well, I have 3 children of my own.
Don't
I
worry, you
can't
gonna
maneuver
open up
like
a
that
child
at
care.
times. But
Don't worry.
I enjoy that I create a safe space for these children.
And that's what it
Because
is.
my
And
mama did it for us. We had the cousins at the house. Man, thank God. And Flo was right across the street. Like we was always deep at the house. Barbecuing in the rain, everything. So I love 69.
it was fun. It was having safe place, safe environments for children to grow up in is important. I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna tell you all about it. How would it work? What did it look like? The new parenting education. I'm gonna tell you because I don't play. Okay, so single parents, yes, it's hard. It's rough out here. Positive criticism is a disciple. It is, but not everyone could take constructive criticism. Ask me how I know. Okay, I was one of those people who just felt like I just knew everything. I don't want to listen. Anything somebody said to me, I felt that it was attack. But I thank God for those people who were in my life who saw things in me that I didn't even see in myself and who poured into me. So, and it was hard, like listening to stuff from people and getting mad at people. It takes a lot of energy. James Smith, I've discovered that hurt and abuse people, hurt and abuse others. That this must be addressed. That's true. That's true. And that can be addressed. That's the therapy that people need. It's the social connections. It's people identifying their internal systems, their internal family systems, where did your trauma stem from? Like why are you triggered at certain things? Why? And it's an ongoing journey. And just like, hurt people. And we bleed on people, in certain areas if we haven't addressed our trauma.
And therapy is definitely important. I'm doing I spoke to my therapist yesterday. So, and we're going to start, it's called EMDR therapy, which has something to do with your REM or something of that sort, but it's scientific that helps heal the trauma. So she asked me if I was interested in it. And of course, I'm interested in it because, I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to break, generational issues and things of that sort. So
you're healing. You know what? We've come a long way. Okay, Fatima. For those of you who don't know, Fatima is my big sister. We have a middle sister, Iman. She's not on tonight. I'm the baby sister. We have older brothers, and we have a little brother who's 1 year and a day younger than me, and we love him. That's our baby. He's just doing everything right. Like he learned from all of us what not to do, and so he's doing everything right. But Fatima, I'm proud of you because you came a long way. Like you were screaming at me today, and then you called back and apologized. That was huge.
You don't listen. Jamila does not listen. So that's why I end up yelling at you, because you don't listen. And then even when I'm talking to you straight, you still don't listen. So I had to yell loud enough for you to listen, and you still wasn't listening. So yes, I was in the wrong, and I know behavior was wrong. So yes, I called and I apologized because I was wrong.
Did I apologize? I apologize.
No, you didn't.
If you felt that I wasn't listening. If you felt I wasn't listening, I apologize.
It's okay.
Mama said,
yeah. No one is perfect. What is perfect? What is the perfect human being? It's not one. So it is.
I
what
could
it
do
is.
better at listening. I could. But you know what?
All of it.
I felt you wasn't listening. And you know what? Do you know, like with yelling and stuff like
We're
that?
bright.
Yeah, we are. Because I'm telling you, baby girl. But do you know that when yelling and stuff, you like your ears is something with your ears, your hearing becomes like impaired, like where you really cannot hear, like you don't even care about what the other person. It's like you're in fight mode. It's like you don't care. You ain't thinking about nothing. My feelings was hurt. I was like, is she real?
I apologize. I don't.
I sucked it up.
But I'm working on that.
I sucked it up. And then when you called, I was like, she better be calling to apologize. Or I was going to say, you called to apologize? Like
I know that. And I said, that's why I apologized before you even said it. That's exactly why I apologized before you even said it. Because I already knew you was going to say it. And normally I'll be like, no. No, I didn't do anything wrong. Why would I apologize?
I love you. You hear Orlando talk about that's a form of abuse for you.
It is. It really is. And I'm trying to change myself. I told myself this year I wasn't going to do anything that I did in my prior year. So I'm really trying to work and change.
Why are you
about to start crying? Like, I don't want to cry.
You about to cry right now?
Yeah, I'm getting emotional.
I'm going to find something to dry my wound. I ain't got time, Fatima. Not tonight, okay? So listen, why do you think you're a screamer? Why are you a screamer? Wwhat kind of environment did you grow up in?
I am a screamer because I didn't have a voice as a child. So therefore, I am a scream. I want to be heard. I want to be heard in all dynamics. So you're going to hear me. You're going to hear what I have to say. But let me tell you this. After taking my I'm taking meditation course in order to become a meditation teacher. Because I want to teach kids how to meditate and how to, stay focused. And so I'm learning as I'm learning, I'm trying to change my ways as well. But I didn't have a voice as a child. I was bullied. I was a very quiet, shy kid. And it's interesting because when I be reflecting back on myself, I auditioned for things. I was in a choir. Like I was in a lot of things to get out there into the public. but I still felt like I was really a shy kid. I got bullied. It was a lot. So now that I'm older, I think that's why I yell. Like I want to be heard. That's why I
But
always want to be tall. I want to be tall. I used to want to be 6 feet because I want to look like I'm looking down on you.
oh, huh. Okay.
Yeah. So
Thank you for sharing that experience. Yeah, growing up in a household where, or it could have been anywhere, I guess. I could say that I had an experience. Mama said something about PLTI, so it's co-facilitating or whatever. I could share this. Ouch. I think I can share ouches. Can I share my ouches? I think it's not confidential, but it was a facilitator. I was trying to give her attention and let her know like it was my turn to like a section of to facilitate. And I raised my hand. That's what I do when I want to talk. I raised my hand, and I was like, I think it's my, this is my part. And she was like, no, it's not. But I was right. I knew it was, and I felt like and I'm telling you, I was able to reflect back like, dang, I was mad. I had an attitude. I was like, I ain't facilitating the rest of the night. Don't ask me to do anything because I felt like that kid that's trying to express themselves and got shut down. And I'm telling you, I was really hurt. But what it helped was when we all came together and talked about it, I was able to express how I felt. And that felt so good. And, she was, I'm sorry, Jamila, I apologize. I said, it's okay. Like, she had a different kind of agenda or whatever. But it was cool. We talked about it, but I totally felt like a kid that was shut down. I don't like being shut down. Like, just let me say what I'm going to say. Then you say. Then you speak. It's dialogue.
My therapist said we resort back to where our trauma started.
Yes.
Whenever we resort back, so whenever I act, I resort back to that 5-year-old because that's where my trauma started.
It's arrested development, and it's emotional poverty. Okay, emotional poverty. So yes, wherever your trauma started. So that's why it's important to, when you are triggered, that you are able to sit with it, see what you feeling like. Dang, what am I feeling like? So for me, with that, I felt rejection. That was like, to me, that was like rejection, and just I was like, I thought I had a big old attitude, I threw a tantrum. I was just like, don't ask me anything. What else can you share? Huh?
Wait, let me say, reflecting back on what you were just saying about sitting with those emotions. That's something that I learned also in meditation. That when you sit, you let that emotion flare, and you sit with it. You take the time. You do your breathing exercise, and it's like you take a minute and pull the emotion out of you. You pull the emotion out of you. You take it. You wrap it like it's a ball or item, just in your hands, moving it around with your eyes closed, and you still breathing, and then you put it back in to yourself, and you get a totally different feeling on how to do that. Like it calms you. It calms you in such a good way. But with myself and with me meditating and learning, educating myself more about it, because I've been doing it, but I just been doing it because I know that it helps me. So I'm digging. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So share that activity. So when you're feeling something, what do? We gotta wait. First of all, we gotta really be able to label our emotions. We need to learn more words, like more emotional words, like more adjectives of how I'm feeling.
Right.
So share with us. So when you were yelling at me earlier today, right? So let's go there. Okay, let's just go back there. So
go. When I'm yelling at you.
When you do it, what's the activity? What would you do? What's the technique?
Oh, well, when I was yelling, but okay, I understand. I was wrong, period. But when I'm dealing with emotions, me myself dealing with emotions, what I'm learning is that you take that emotion, you let it flare up. So you flare up that emotion, you pull it out of you. You sit there, you pull it out of you, you act like it's an item, and you wrap it in your arms, in your hands, and then you put it back within yourself. Go ahead.
No, but what were you feeling at the time when you were yelling at me today?
You're not listening. Okay, Jamila, let me tell you this.
What were you feeling? No.
You an agitator.
Can you label your feeling? It was agitation.
Oh, I don't know what I was. Yeah, it was agitation because I wasn't mad at you. I wasn't angry. I don't think I was angry.
I don't listen, y'all. Do not take things personal, okay?
So let me tell you, maybe more so it's a control thing with me. So maybe I was trying to control you to listen. So that's another thing that we need to learn. Because sometimes some actions that we do have, it be control. Mm-hmm. We want to control the other person. Oh, we don't like what they say. We don't like how they do. Like, so here, I need you to listen. I need you to do what I want you to do. Mm-hmm. So maybe I was trying to get you to listen, and you just don't listen.
Don't say that. You can say sometimes. I don't.
Sometimes.
See, that was good.
And then guess what? Typical Cancer. And then guess what? Even after I called and apologized, where we at? We was cool. We need to have our meeting.
That's real love. When you can have a problem, you yelling at somebody, and I didn't even have to tell her, don't talk to me like that. I didn't have to pick up the phone. They know how I am. You come to apologize? Like, that's the first thing I'm going to say. But she knows me so well where she said it before I could even say it. But that's just growth. But let me tell you about the parenting, because this is what we're here, child abuse and neglect prevention. Parent stress, okay? You cannot eliminate stress from parenting. That's just not it. But parents can learn how to increase their capacity of resilience, coping skills, how to get through certain things. A lot of parents, we can say, just like Orlando was saying, that a lot of single family households, and that's stressful. Imagine a parent having to work, then come home, have to cook, then have to, probably check the child's homework, and that's a lot of stress. Ain't no telling about other relationships and stuff that's going on in the parent. What's work like for her? For him or her? What is their working environment like? And there's research that has shown that people who have these family crises, these financial stressors, having children in the household that's disabled, not having basic needs, housing, shelter, same thing. Food, it's a stressor. Who would not stress? And this all linked to poverty, y'all. These communities that are trauma filled by design, and you have a lot of these children who live in these communities that are trauma filled, and you know what it's causing? Stress. And stress your behaviors if you don't know how to cope with it. So this stuff is important. Let's see what we send in the comments. We're just the younger ones and a little more sensitive. Well, I can be sensitive. I ain't no punk though. I am not no punk, Natalie. I'm going not no more.
I used to get bullied. Why you gotta prove that you ain't no punk?
I could tell who that is. Here, let me do this. Hold on. This is what I would do. Okay, so I feel if I'm not extremely impressive, I'm not sure. Let me see. Love. Okay. If I'm not, got it. If I'm not extremely expressive, I'm not showing love. So how would we, with the parent? So when you was,
I said I got that issue. Being extremely expressive. Go ahead.
Okay, so with the research that you looked up about child abuse and neglect, what were some of the things that prevented or promote healthier outcomes, positive outcomes?
Parents actually taking parenting classes, listening, being aware of what the child needs. So the child needs and everything. So being aware of that. Just listening.
So the 5 protective factors, right? So you have the 5 protective factors, and those 5 protective factors are something that I'm serious about. So some of you may know, some of you may not know that I am a executive director of Watch Me Grow Inc. And our mission is to strengthen the child, family, and community by partnering up with different organizations to build a bridge between the resources and families in need. So, with the 5 protective factors, the things that Fatima was just stating, is evidence based that these are buffers, to prevent child abuse and neglect. So, it's parental resilience, is social connections, concrete support in times of need, knowledge of parenting and child development, and social and emotional competence. Um, what we do as far as parental resilience, we do what we can to support our families. We have parent support groups every second and fourth Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I will be doing a workshop around the introduction to ACEs, so that parents are able to identify what their traumas are and how to work through things, especially not taking things out on their children because it's a lot of displaced aggression. That also helps with the that's also, what's this? You can't force people to take parenting classes. There has to an entirely new kind of parenting education that reaches everyone everywhere. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk more about that too. Social connections. So that's families, friends, neighbors, the groups that I said, the parenting groups, but having someone who you can talk to lean on to get parenting advice, any kind of parenting groups, knowledge of parenting and child development. So that's that parent education piece. So there's also a program that I'm a certified facilitator. It's called Triple P. So it's the Positive Parenting Program. Parents learn how to learn a lot of different strategies and tools that help that helps their children like be successful in life. So resilient children, they're increasing their emotional intelligence. They're learning how to get along with other kids, how to be respectful. It's a great thing. And social emotional competence of children. So that's another piece that's in Triple P. Children learn about getting along with other people, how to be respectful. That's a big piece. You got to know how to get along with people. A lot of people that didn't have those certain connections when they were younger. What are you thinking, Fatima?
No, I was just thinking. I was just listening to what you say about the household and how it raised kids to be, respectful and different things of that sort. And I was just thinking about, because I don't whoop them, so I don't whoop my kids. And there's some very respectful kids. Like they're not out here just doing whatever. And I love that they're very respectful. They listen. You would think like sometimes like y'all don't even get whoopings. Like how like I don't know what that is. Like they be acting shy sometimes, and I be like, what are you afraid of? Like you don't even get whoopings, and then you have these kids that people want to say that don't get disciplined, that's out here doing whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then they think that they do need whoopings, and I don't know, I don't think so. I think kids be needing love. They need someone to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
I have, oh my gosh, I've dealt with children that has so-called behavioral issues, and all they be needing is love. They just want that person to listen to them, be stern with them. They definitely listen. Like, when you have that firmness behind you. I can't remember what it is because I remember taking child development, and when it tells you about the being passive and aggressive and different things with the children, what it does for them. But yeah, my kids are great. I'm definitely blessed, man. I'm definitely blessed on what I do as far as a parent. I remember when Yari is totally different theory. Yari is busy. That's my busy kid. I will have to whisper in his ear and put my mama voice on him a lot when he was younger. And I was looking for parenting classes. It was no parenting classes to be found. Man, it was no parenting classes to be found because as a parent, I didn't want to yell at him. I didn't want to hit him or anything of that sort. So I was trying to, I didn't want to have that reaction towards him when he was very active. He was just different from Theory. I remember, one of the teachers up at his preschool told me to look into No Such Thing as a Bad Kid by Stuart Shankner. And it's a video, it's on YouTube, and it was very informative. It's a
Okay.
very informative thing because there are, we think that these kids be needing stuff. They need an outlet. They just be acting up because they're bored. They're not getting the attention that they need at home, I feel. And they don't have nobody to listen to. These parents, man, oh,
It's all of us. None of us. We all
don't get me wrong, because I'm not perfect either, but I'm just
all
saying.
been that parent. We've all been that parent. No, we've all been that parent, and as you learn, so you be that person to mentor someone else or be that person. Listen, all it takes is one person. This is what research shows, really, with prevention and abuse and neglect. It takes one person in your life to really show you love, nurturing to you, being consistent. It takes one person. So we all need to do is just be that one.
Like, these parents need to learn to listen. They need to learn to listen too and be open to it, open to the change and everything as well.
Listen, someone said like how you can't force parents to go to parenting classes, which is true. Nobody's gonna listen to someone really that they really don't have a relationship with. Like it takes time to get there. It takes a safe space also for parents to get there. A lot of parents are parenting children with their trauma. They are. And a lot of parents really do mean well. And I'm thinking about like the neglect piece. A lot of parents work so much and really don't have enough time or spend enough time with their children when, it could be some small little things to really get their child attention or make their child feel love. Learning what those love languages are for a child.
Right.
Kenny Minaj put a connection goes a long way. It does. I mean, just to see somebody, you don't know, just complimenting anybody, y'all. This stuff, children, but it's just everybody as a whole. We are all a part of something. We all work together. We have to at least have someone, that one person that we could talk to. Y'all just be nice, right? Mama or grandmother, it's nice to be nice. Just be nice. Take a deep breath. Take those purposeful pauses. When your child is acting up, just take a deep breath and, hey, I'll tell you, Triple P, I will be having the Triple P classes soon. And I promise you, our parent support groups on every second and fourth Wednesday. Shout out to First Five who has funded that. And we're looking for more funding for our programs. But I'm telling you, our parents have testimonies on them being able to reach goals, how helpful it is to even just have a group to come talk to share anything. How has it been for you? You've been in our groups before, Fatima. How was it?
I enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. Because we do need it. We do need it. It's more women in the groups than anything. I wish some of these fathers, I know it's, I wish some of these fathers would get into them as well to educate themselves.
Yeah.
But we gotta want to do better for ourselves. We really have to want to do better for ourselves and see that our behavior is a problem. Hold ourselves accountable. Nobody is like, I know having kids at a young age, me having kids at an older age, is stressful too at times. But it takes yourself to want to change and see what you're doing, may not be the correct way to do it and different things of that sort.
Yeah. Because we all look, it is no perfect way to parent. There's no perfect way to parent. There's no perfect parent out there. Parenting is a hard job, right? So society needs to give parents what they need to be better parents to their children. Childcare, access to childcare, after school and before after school programs, social connection, those 5 protective factors. Parents need that. Yeah, we just these groups, these parent support groups they are important. So just you know, you got to adapt your style of parenting. No one can teach you how to parent your child. Every child is different. Every child is different. It's like no, we have to learn how to adapt to the behaviors. So it's not okay to hit a child. It's not okay to yell at a child. We have all had our moments. Take a deep breath, step back, because you waste more energy yelling and
yelling than anything. I agree with that. I agree with that. Self-regulation is so important. It is just so important. And it's important for these kids to see something different. Yeah. But that's like changing a social norm.
Yeah.
Support parenting and positive parenting.
Well, I want to share this. We have violence prevention is big. This is this child abuse. It's violence prevention. I mean, kids see a lot of stuff. It's trauma. I see it. I did. I was yelling for Brandon. Come here, Brandon. So we have a young group, right, y'all? It's called Ivy, Impact Vallejo Youth, and so I made sure Brandon, this is my 9-year-old. I'll make sure he's a part of this leadership group. And
that is my 9-year-old. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Auntie Tima.
You can say hi to everybody else viewing.
Hi, everybody else.
So we had 12 of our youth join a Policy 101 workshop yesterday. Brandon attended it. And these kids, oh my God, everybody saying hi, Brandon. And everybody say hi. Well, they saying hi back to you. Say hi. But tell them, what did you learn yesterday? What did you learn?
I learned violence prevention.
About violence prevention, because that was your focus area. What did y'all group say that you wanted to do? Hey, Estrella. Estrella's in our. Oh, hey, it's Merelda. Both of them are in our youth program. Hey, ladies. Y'all can even share also if y'all want to share how was the workshop, and what do you look forward to? If you could change something here in the city of Vallejo, what would you change?
The housing for the homeless people and violence prevention.
What were some of the things that we said that we're going to do?
We're going to do a peace walk.
What else?
And what's it called?
What? Some drives?
Community cleanup.
Community cleanups, which we just had.
Yeah, and a clothes drive.
And
a shoe drive.
Do
you want me in?
Australia said how it was very inspiring. She's in our group. So about 2 weeks ago, Ivy, we did something with One Vallejo, and that's going to be a youth-led community cleanup, right? That we organized. And how was it for you to experience it?
It was good.
Okay.
It was interesting.
It was what?
Interesting.
It was interesting. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. All right.
Really?
Yeah, really. You're right. Gonna be like, kids are different, but there are parents' behaviors and practices generally recognized supporting healthy development of children. Just as there are parenting behaviors and practices generally recognized as children. Yep. I like you.
Who is?
I want to say his name is David. Because I want to say David is in our group. David, where are you from? Because we met somewhere in one of these groups.
That's what
I want to say David. He's on bumper stickers. I think it's on bumper stickers, but he's serious about positive parenting, y'all, because these children are our future. Everything that they are exposed to impacts them lifelong. So what are we going to do to create safer environments for them to grow up in? We have to create prevention. Yeah. So we need to give parents what they need, and we need to give communities what they need. We need to give schools what they need. We need to give every institution that is connected to children and their well-being. We need to make sure that it's good. This is where he's from, because I know he's in the group. He's in our group. Yeah, David, everything you're saying is true. So I appreciate everything that you're sharing. I could tell you know what's up, and you wanna bring change. So we definitely gonna connect because we've been. Yeah, I think you've been following me for a while, and I appreciate your support and everything that you share here because it is needed. Because we all bring different perspectives, different lenses, and stuff like that, which is totally needed. Everybody's viewing right now. If it was one thing what is something that you could think of that will prevent child abuse and neglect in the household, in the schools, in the communities? What are things? I want y'all to share in the chats. What are some things that need to change? What can prevent it? I'm the founder of a nonprofit advancing parenting.org. Go on and put that plug in. Yep, said a village. So we need to rebuild our village, right? If people became trauma informed, Fatima, listen, everybody that's a part of our parent support program, any of our Bounceback specialists, coaches, I call them Bounceback coaches, they are certified trauma support specialists. How was that training for you, Fatima?
It was very insightful. Very insightful, even with me, because I ended up taking it back in July of last year. So even with me now retraining myself, going back, getting regaining that knowledge, or just reinforming myself on it, it's very informative, it's very needed. I think a lot of parents need it, just to pass on that information. When you educate yourself more about a situation, then you understand more. You won't be so defensive when someone says something to you, or you'll be able to take that criticism a little bit better when you educate yourself more on it. And definitely, like, communication will be better. I it was good. It's good. I enjoy it. I think other people, I'm not sure if you gonna.
I think I am gonna give people an opportunity to take it. Yeah. I really think I am. You think that we can do that?
Because we need more people.
Yeah, and then because everybody needs to become trauma informed. Everybody, because if we were, I love Jay. Hi, Jay. Guarantee minimal support level payments, eliminate concern over basis fiscal needs. Yes, Stockton tried this. Too good. Okay, we got to talk more about this. We're gonna talk about this. I love Jay. I love Jay. That's all I can say. I have no idea. I love Jay. Thank you for chiming in, Jay. We'll talk more. I'm telling you, I gotta reach out to everybody who's sharing this information because it's essential. It really is very important for us to all know.
You're gonna end up showing. You're gonna end up showing resilience.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a resilience screening. Yeah, as soon as I can get this, I'm trying to get the Empress Theater. That's what I'm trying to get, y'all. Anybody got a connection to the Empress Theater? I'm trying to. I want to screen resilience for May 6th, and the panel is gonna be amazing. Like, oh my gosh! So I already got the program all together. We just seeking a location to have it. Yeah, because I want it to be in person. I want it to be hybrid. I want it to be in person and through Zoom. So either way, I'm going to figure it out. But May 6th is the day that I'm going to lock in. Even if we just have to do a virtual screening, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
So, yeah, I hope y'all got some stuff from tonight. Child Abuse and Awareness Month. That's what the blue is for. Any child that you see in your area. Oh, look, I'm a mandated reporter, right? I was taking a test last night. It's so long. It was like 3 hours, but it was so interesting on how to do. Yeah, girl, you want to take it, girl? Yes, girl.
I don't know.
And it talks about how. I love her. It talks about how to look for child abuse and neglect. They talk about how even people, oh my God, they had an incident on there where they like, if your husband because it's for childcare, for childcare providers.
Right. Okay.
You gotta report. You gotta report, and they talk about how it is underreported. And so we've talked about this like a while ago before we even just they just recently just start requiring us. I swear I want to say no, we already had we did. It's just more often now that we have to get the mandated reporting. It's like every year now. But even how to identify when there's child abuse and neglect taking place, and even talking to the child about it, and how to report it, when to report it, what to look for. Like, and there's some stuff in there, and it's like, man, this stuff really impacts children. That's why I'm serious about family home child care providers becoming trauma informed. It's important. It is. Drika, I love her.
Anybody dealing with children need to become trauma informed.
I'm still learning and want to continue to learn. What I do is Yvonne and them, Drika, her 2 children are in my program. And Yvonne, we love us some Yvonne. That little boy, he be switching up. I be like, boy, you act like I be whooping you here or something. Like, don't do that. Like, all that yelling and screaming, don't do that, right? But let me tell you something. One day he came here screaming and crying. I just got on his level. I was like, come on, let's breathe. Come on, let's breathe. And he started slowing it down. And I was like, ooh, look at your sweater. That look nice. Where you get that? Like, the redirecting him. So now he ain't even thinking about crying no more. And I'm like, you look hecka cute. I'm like, come on, go look in the mirror. And I had to look in the mirror. And then, I kid you not, the next day he came, he was like, Miss Jamila at the door. Miss Jamila. And I do more of, what I do more of now is, I love you, bye, I love you. Even hearing those words. And when they leave, bye, Miss Jamila, we love you. So it really is like, model the behavior you want to teach, period. That is a principle. And so, yeah, he's funny. He come in with his new haircut, and he a trip now. He done came a long way. He's doing so great. Like, we are so proud of him. So proud of him. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. You got any questions or anything?
No. I like how you redirected him and everything. I was going to say compassion goes a long way.
Yeah.
It's being compassion and listening and seeing, creating a safe space for them kids.
Yeah, tell somebody you love them today.
But also the parent, taking time to talk to the kids, because sometimes, sometimes you think that you want a safe space, and then, you don't be. So.
Well, what? With this kid? You talking about talking to the kids?
Yeah, with the kid. Yeah. Yeah, because abuse happens any and everywhere.
Yeah.
My abuse happens at babysitters, at aunties' houses. Like, it happens any and everywhere.
Listen, I had an auntie that used to tear me up. Like, and it's such a trip, y'all. But really being able to reflect, right, as an adult, like, dang, like, she really used to tear us up. I mean, I'm talking about curses out, everything. But it's like, dang, what was she going through then? What was it? No, for real. It's not funny. It's just really just
no, for real. It's not funny, but right.
Like, dang, what was they going through? Like, dang, right. Because you going through something, you taking it out on everybody. Like, that's not
projecting
fair.
It out. You projecting it out.
Displaced aggression. Displaced aggression. Short threshold, like, like ticking bomb, So we're gonna take care of ourselves more, you all. There's some stress busters. Let me share some with you. Make sure you get enough sleep. Sleep is so important. Sleep matters. Okay, we need to hashtag sleep matters. Like, we don't always have to knock everything out in one day. We don't have to stay up late. I mean, some people got some real hardworking hustlers out there that want to work until 2, 3 in the morning and get back up at 6 o'clock in the morning, having no idea that you may not be able to enjoy that wealth that you're sitting over there trying to develop because your health ain't in order. Go outside, look at the trees, go find some nature, go out there and play. Have someone that you could call, just check in with somebody. I love you, like little stuff like that. Eating healthy, making sure we're getting whatever. I've done got my salad and stuff in there. I gotta make me a salad. But there are some stress busters, but you guys can find out more. So I'm gonna drop our website to Watch Me Grow Inc. And you guys join us.
What stress busters do you do? So what stress busters do you do for yourself?
Oh, girl, I love going to get a massage. I need somebody to sponsor me my massages every week. Girl, because it costs. It's like $85 a massage, and I stay there for 90 minutes. So anybody want to sponsor my massages, it would be helpful. I try to take naps. I do my hardest to take naps. I'm trying to go to bed more earlier, and it's like my mind is always going. I need to do better at eating healthier. I can't say that I did go buy my stuff to make me a salad, but I cannot say that I have made me a salad. I have people I can talk to. Thank God for the people in my life. I got people I can talk to. So not everybody got that. And that's the key to get through for me. What do you do?
I have therapists. I used to have two, but now I only got one, which I enjoy. I know. And I meditate because my mind is always going. So meditation works for me. And now, like, I'm doing Ramadan, right? And so therefore it's prayers like 7 times a day. So it's really, really, really helpful. So I'm doing that for the whole month, and hopefully I'll be able, continue it on, even if it's not the 7 times a day, but it's very helpful. Meditation is really, really helpful. I wish people would educate themselves more. I'm becoming a teacher in order to help educate parents more, and I really want to give free courses to kids. So that's my goal with my whole program that I'm working on for myself, is because the kids need it. They need it. They stress like we do, and then and then they have a parent yelling at them, or like, man, parents, even some educators at times are so negative.
I'm sorry. It's true. Babies. And that's why y'all, addressing adverse childhood experiences. I'm going to drop the survey in so you can find out what your ACE score is. Because someone with 4 or more of these ACE scores, with these indicators, 4 or more of these indicators are at a higher risk of chronic illnesses, heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer, lung disease, risky behaviors, obesity. It's all linked to trauma.
It is.
So for some reason, people think that, the brain is 90% of the adult brain is developing between the ages 0 and 5. I don't think some people know that. It's like 86 billion neurons connecting, and all those experiences that those children are having, all of those experiences at home, in childcare, at school, in their community, is structuring their brain development. So we have to really think about human capital, a productive workforce, a healthier society. It all starts with, how are we treating our children? Because they're going to be our future everything. So what are we doing as a community? Because when you got looking at that, is it the ecological system? The what is it? Bronfiner? Dang, somebody tell me if Jay listening. But the child is in the middle. And then there's this community, it's family around it, it's institutions, and it's all of these things, the ecological system, that are impacting that child. Wow. So this is why we have IB. This is why we have Impact Vallejo Youth. These children are learning about civic engagement because we need to hear from them, what it is they're going through. They're stressing. You got kids out here smoking marijuana and all kind of stuff, trying to cope with their stress, because they don't have people that they can talk to. We need more peer support.
To fit in.
Huh?
They're just trying to fit in. They're just trying to fit in where they feel left out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we're going to create this, y'all. I got somebody, a longtime friend of mine who is willing to donate $1 million so that we could get a building here in Vallejo, because we know that a lot of our children don't have anything to do out here. So I got to raise another $1 million, y'all. I'm going to need y'all support. I think we could do it. To get the children. It is. And it will really be a highlight for all kind of stuff for the kids, all kind of things for the parents, wraparound services. Watch Me Grow Child and Family Development Center. It's going to be a community center. Anything people need, and all the resources. I'm so resourceful. I got connections with everybody. Yeah. Visit our website. Watch Me Grow Inc. WatchMeGrowInc.com, and see what we got going on. If you're available next Wednesday, we will have an introduction to ACES workshop. I hope tonight was informative to you all. Like I said, y'all can reach out anytime. I could be the one for you. Anything you want to share? Any last words?
I don't know.
No?
Just regulate yourself. Hold yourself accountable for your actions. That's all.
Practice will take time, right? You practicing your
it takes time. It's an ongoing thing. Even when you think that even going through the whole healing process, you're never completely healed, but you learn your tools to use in order to regulate yourself, or not to get flared up. It's very important.
You become more emotionally intelligent. Yes. Self-awareness, relationship management. Don't get me started, y'all. I'm an emotional intelligence consultant as well. But thank you all for tuning in tonight. Please be sure to like, share. It is Child Abuse and Neglect Prevention Month. In Solano County here, we have childnet.org, so Children's Network. We have a whole Child Abuse and Prevention Council. They meet every first Wednesdays, and it's so good to see organizations coming together to really create this roadmap for children to so we can make sure our children get what they need and that they grow to be successful adults within our society. So we're creating a healthy society. So thank you all for tuning in. See you next Wednesday at 7:30. Bounceback Wednesdays.